The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. Well, it looks like I had a Windows crash earlier, and it looks like, without me knowing it, it reset some settings on my webcam. So we're going to have the extra washed out version of Curtis today because I'm not white enough. Might as well get it a little whiter. Hey, Cesaro, Run Custom, Stevenson, Fagacini, Linguini, Cheeto, Tempest Henderson, Berries is here, Lix is in, Lyndon's back, Zach Seals, Kyle Pienta, Willie's in, Morgan's here, Jamie's here, all of my girls are here, Anakin's here, Jonathan's here, Evil Dan, Wolverine, Michael Vance, Little Baby, Ryan, Dab and Dab. I wanted to talk to you guys today. Wow, this is really, holy shit. The camera's like, for those of you who just got in, I was saying at the top, as soon as I started this, I realized I had gone downstairs for breakfast. I came back up, or for lunch. I came back up, Windows had crashed. So I restarted everything, and it looks like it reset all my webcam settings. So you're going to get the extra washed out version of me because I'm doing this through YouTube's own service. So I can't adjust the camera on the fly. If I was using my software, I could, but because YouTube is stupid, I can't. Here for the chicas in the background. Yeah, Peter, what well, we got, of course, right over here. Got my girl. Got Sarah's Victoria. I want to just redo everything in this background. Well, this shelf is pretty much how I want it. But there are these shelves here. But I want to this wall, this Naruto's probably coming down, that Dragon Ball, those two pictures coming down. And I want to put up more of these style shelves and put the pops up there. No new camera, Dab and Deb. That's what I was just telling everybody. Windows crashed on me earlier, and must be because, excuse me, when I restarted it, I was already done with the webcam, so I didn't check it again. And so it reset all the settings and just whited everything out. I'll have to, and again, because I'm using YouTube's own software here to stream, I can't adjust it on the fly. I'm explaining that as you ask the question, Wolverine. Ryan, Naruto won't be gotten rid of. He won't be displayed on the feature wall there. I got some other stuff I want to put there. And actually, a lot of the Naruto characters will be part of the pops that go up there. Yeah, cool down here a little bit too now, Poppy. Excuse me. But that's just one of those things. It's going to be kind of time consuming, and it's just finding the time to do it. Plus, I've got, as you can see, I've got some more shelf pieces right here, but I don't have the brackets for them. So I got to go out. I got to get some more brackets. I just want to revamp that whole thing. The dresser pretty much stays the same because that's a lot of personal stuff. That's an award that Brax won for singing. That's a bowling award. That's his bowling award from his last season in high school. And there's the We Bear Bears because they're cool. It's one of my favorite pictures of Brax when he was really little. But that stuff will stay. Barry says, talk to a girl on Bumble, and we talk about anime. I mentioned Us the Gang, and she said, and then she said, F Boruto. I immediately said, you get it. You could potentially be a keeper, yes. He doesn't really sing anymore, Chrome. He won that when he was in fourth grade. He got third place. It was a local singing contest at his school. When he was in fifth grade, he won. And when his voice started to change, he kind of gave up on singing. But it was only him and high schoolers, and he finished third and first. Majin Vegeta says, me and my girlfriend had a fight, so we haven't talked all day. And to be honest, it's kind of relaxing. It's kind of a break. Yeah, I get you. Cthulhu says, you're secretly the ramen guy? I wish I was that cool. You sneaky cur. Very clever. Also, the wind here is howling. It's fun to fly via minor tornadoes. Really? We got a really calm day here. I mean, it's warm. It's not nearly as hot as it was. I mean, for us up here in upstate New York, we got kind of an easygoing day here. We had some bad wind. We just put up a new fence in the yard last summer for the dogs, so we didn't have to walk them all the time. Now we can just let them out the back door. And then it was like 2 months later, we got the bad winds and blew parts of our fence apart. I had to go repair it all. Morgan says, hubby and I celebrate our first wedding anniversary on Sunday. Oh, very cool. Happy anniversary, Morgan. Oh, Ruth's Chris. She says they're going and she's excited. I'd be excited too. I know of Ruth's Chris, and I've never been to one of them, Morgan. And as you guys know, I am a steak fanatic. Red meat is absolutely going to be a major contributor to my death, and I'm fine with that. Jamie says, "Oh, Uncle Curtis, I have some stuff I'll be sending you and your wife since I'll be downsizing for my move. Is your PO box?" It is, Jamie. I don't, as I've told people, I don't promote the PO box anymore because I just don't find myself having the time to get. And I still got a bunch of stuff I got to open on camera to do the unboxings. So I don't post it anywhere. But if you guys need or want to get something to me, I do keep it open. Lex says it's humid as fuck, and I ran out of booze, so I want to dive in more than usual. We had humidity in the early part of the week, Lex. I mean, for us up here in upstate New York, it was extreme humidity, but that's eased up. It's warm today, but it's not as sticky. Barry says, if a girl can understand my outright hatred for Boruto, she's a keeper. I even think her hatred of Boruto might be bigger than mine and Jojo Kage. Wow. And that's a lot of hatred for an anime character. It is. Yeah, because Joe has zero use as well. Wow. Best filet you've ever had, huh, Morgan? I've heard a lot about Ruth's Chris, but I've never, there aren't any around. And I assume there still are. There were some in New York City, but every time I go down, I never thought about trying them out. Oh, and listen, now that we got a number of you here, and I think you guys will be more interested in this than anybody. I've got some not major, but kind of subtle changes I think will be coming up with the channel, and I want to hear what you guys think of this. I'm getting more and more. Well, since I started the channel, and you guys that are with me in the streams know this, it's all been about community. I really love the community element. One of the reasons why I love the Goosh so much, we've got such a really strong community feel. I mean, that tends to happen because you don't get drive-by people there because obviously it's, somebody, even if it's $1 a month, somebody's paying to be there. Typically, people aren't going to pay just to be toxic. But anyway, I think here with the channel, I'm going to start doing a lot of the videos. I'm going to be doing a lot more vlogs like you've seen me doing recently. I like sharing stuff with you guys, whether it's stories or just whatever advice I have to offer from all the years I've been alive, which is way too many already. And I'm going to start incorporating more family stuff into it as well. We're going to keep the streams going, obviously, because this is a huge community thing. These streams and the gaming streams, those I think really promote community a lot here. And as far as the videos on the channel, it'll be anything I can relate to anime. I'm so nerded out for anime, and it sucks that we can't do actual reactions to it here. But anything I can do that incorporates anime. It's only been a few years. I don't know how to pronounce it yet. Anime. Anything that incorporates anime, I'm going to be doing. As a matter of fact, I just scripted the next Curtis in anime video because now with the new way they go about the copyright claims here, I think I can do those again. And I've already picked the clip. Now it's just a matter of the one thing that sucks is this room doesn't have a lot of room for green screening because you like to be in front of the green screen as much as you can and still catch the entire background. So that logistically can be some nightmares, but I'm getting ready to record it. Cthulhu says, I have work again. I pack boxes of concrete fiber. Cool. Good. I'm glad it's working out for you, Cthulhu. Pack boxes of concrete fiber. Cool. Wolverine says Rowan's. Oh, you want me to check for Rowan's last message? Okay, hold on. Everything. Oh, that was a response to Lifer. Shit. Hold on a second. It keeps dropping down on me. Let me see if I can find that. Ron. Oh, you got engaged, Rowan? Congratulations. That's really cool. Wow, we got anniversaries coming up. We got new engagements. I like this. It's a very romantic free for all Friday today, isn't it romantic? And Barry says, "Change the coward, not show up when you're ready for him." Yeah, what a puss! I was basically sitting on that park bench calling him out, and you'll see that he didn't do shit, pussy. Let's see. So what do you guys what do you guys think about that? I will say this: as far the vlog videos do really really well for watch time, and if you look at the ratio of views per likes, those are the two things that tell me that not only do I really enjoy doing them, but you guys seem to really like those too. What? When will I do more Dragon Ball Super videos, Charles? I finished the series. There's nothing more to do. Um, and we a house tour sometime. We've done them in the past, Amy. And I could do it. Yeah, I can do another one of those at some point. I could do that. Watch Boruto or watch QVC with your mom. Ria says either or. Being bored is inevitable. Wow. Yeah, that's a rough call. Ah. You know what really makes it rough too, Ria? I haven't watched QVC and couldn't even tell you how long. But as far as I know, they don't even sell any anime related items. So yeah, oh, and Boruto is kind of anime related. What the? um, let's see. We should be switching the video's name to Announcements Friday. Yeah, Rowan. Yeah, it should be Romantic Friday. I think. That's very cool. That you got engaged. Very cool. Smokey Loki says, Curtis, will you start your own Goosh News channel? Oh, this is Curtis Candy. You're watching the fucking news. That would pretty much, Loki, that would pretty much cover the intro. Yeah. You know it would be something like that. Here, I'm Curtis. This is the news. Let's fucking go. Yeah. This is the news. Everything is stupid. Bob Jones says, try to get on Joe Rogan podcast, Curtis. Yeah, I'm sure Joe's just dying for me to guest on there. I don't know. I should probably check my spam folder. He's probably invited me already. Cthulhu says, I think it's funny. I work second shift 4 to 12 and still have to clean up after the first shift. Second is of craziness. First is a bunch of know-it-alls. That seems to be a lot of the times. I've worked many years ago. I worked shift work at a couple different places, Cthulhu, and it does seem like, in my experiences, the first shifts in the places I worked were typically a lot of like suck asses, they'll kiss asses and stuff like that. I hated second shift only because that's when my older kids were little, and second shift is rough if you have kids because you don't see them at all. Third shift I didn't mind as much. The sleep schedule, once you got used to that, third shift left you with a lot more time to actually do things. But yeah, second shift was tough. Brother E says, yeah, I'm down to changing the content on the channel. Vlogs and gaming get a lot of attention lately. Plus, Curtis and the anime were great videos. Glad they're coming back. As long as everything works out well, Brother E, as long as I've got a little bit of a different setup here, I still think I can green screen it okay. That's the toughest part for me. I wish I had more room, to green screen. I guess, as I look at it, we've got this wall right here. I could take my one green screen and just hang it on that wall, but I think I did that once, and if I remember right, it gave a green hue to me the whole time I was on camera. I think that's why I took it down. Bob says we'll start a petition to be on Rogan's podcast. Like I say, I like Joe Rogan. I enjoy listening to him. I'm Curtis Candy, and you're watching the fucking news, Berries. That's right. We need more Golden. Oh, that's just what the world needs. More of that fuckwit. Yeah, Uncle Curtis versus Golden. Uncle Curtis doesn't shy away from too many fights, but that's one I don't know about that one. There's a lot of shit wrong with him. Arthur says, I just had to battle up my work to keep third shift. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like I say, Arthur, I always liked third. Third shift worked out well for me. It didn't take me long to get the sleep schedule down. Diamond Dog says Danzo or Kabuto prison cellmate. Ugh. In one respect, Diamond Dog, it doesn't matter because in either case, I'm going to try and kill them. I'm going to wait for them to go to sleep and try and stab them and shit. I'll do it like Sakura did to Sasuke. I'll just get the kunai knife and go, I'm going to stab you like that because that seems to be effective. If I had to pick one or the other, I have to pick Danzo. Because even though I didn't hate Kabuto nearly as much by the end of the series, by the end of Shippuden, I couldn't take listening to that voice. I would have to kill him if I was listening to that voice. Is there an anime character that you would go gay for? Everyone has one. Yeah. Well, is there an anime character I wouldn't? I don't know. I don't know if we can get specific to go gay for. I hadn't really thought about it. I'd have to think that through more. I mean, there's an anime character whose life I want, and that's Issei from High School DxD, without a question. But I don't know. I'd have to think about that because I'll forget somebody very important. Madara or Hashirama? Well, Hashirama, Mateo, is my favorite character in all of Naruto, so that's an easy one. Hanson wants to do the Chris Chan story. Does he, Bob Jones? Good old Chris Hansen. Somebody said you guys were telling me that he had something going on with doing the story on Onision, but he screwed it all up. M says, all right, I'm in the middle of doing something, so I'll catch you later, Baldwin. Well, thanks for being in while you could, M. It's always good to see you. I'm glad you stopped in. Good. Oh, DxD is a great anime, Dab and Dab. Again, obviously the titties, but I love the sense of humor. And as I've said over and over, I just really love how non-seriously it takes itself. Yeah, Hedon and but I'm gonna come up with it. Give me a second. Kisame. Yeah, they're two great characters. Of the two, Hedon is my favorite villain. I'm sorry, Kisame is my favorite villain. Hedon is my favorite Akatsuki member because again, I know Kisame was part of the Akatsuki, but not a real core part of it. It was kind of like a peripheral part of his character. What I still think Lord Tourette's is hilarious, Cookie Dylan. He's funny as hell. Those are some great episodes. Oh my! Jamie says randomly, I have pink balls and I'm squeezing them so tight they're turning blue and they're about to pop. Yikes! That made my knees come together. Chrome says already have 40-part documentaries spanning days on Chris Chan. Give it another year and the story will be complete. His mom is waning, and when she dies, his mind will then go to madness. Oh, yeah. I had heard nothing of him until a few weeks ago when you guys brought it up. To say he's an interesting character would be a significant understatement. Cthulhu says, Sue is cancer with organs. I'm chaos with a will. I like having Cthulhu here in the group. You fit well. Oh, Hanson sold the Onision story, Bob Jones? Yeah, now, by sold, you mean sold it for broadcast? So we're actually going to get to see it at some point? We have 3 dogs, Mr. King of Negativity. The one you just heard barking down there is the giant dinosaur dog. She's a Mastiff. Chrome says, God, we're nearly in July already. Months are flying by. I agree. We'll have a really good episode coming up for my G100 next month as well. Oh, cool. I'll be looking forward to it. Yeah, it's hard to believe the year is half over already, considering it's been such an absolutely ridiculously shitty year. I'm surprised it's going by as fast as it is. Excuse me. Bob Jones says, I can't wait for Chris Chan's story on major outlets. Yeah. Again, I was surprised that I had completely missed all that when you guys started telling me about it. Typically I'm a little more in tune than that. I was shocked to see that. Do you enjoy any late night shows at all? I used to, Mr. King of Negativity, but no, I don't even watch any of them anymore. Everything is just politics. And the thing of it is, when you have like at least 10 shows devoted to nothing but Trump jokes, as bizarre as he is, there's not enough content for that. It just gets repetitive over and over and over. So I've stopped watching all of them because that's all they all decided to go the exact same path. And isn't Kimmel officially canceled by the Twitter mobs now? I see he was did they which is hard to did they honestly just discover the Man Show? They didn't know about that prior? And the trolls' reactions to Hanson reporting. Yeah, Bob Jones. I don't think that'd be interesting to see though. Which two anime guys would you want as a roommate? See, those are tough for me when you guys come up with those just randomly because again, I don't. My memory is too porous. I forget people who would actually make the list. That's why whenever I make lists or something like that, I do it in live streams with you guys because then nobody will get overlooked. As roommates, I've never given it any thought, so I don't have any place to jump off from. Again, Issei gets in as long as he brings his harem, but outside of that, I don't know. It's not something I'd ever thought of before. Anime Dolphin says, "Did you hear about Nux Taku falsely getting a SWAT team?" Yeah, I did. That he got swatted. Yeah, he was mentioned on his Twitter the other day. It happened during a live stream. No idea who set him up yet, though. Yeah, that's so much bullshit. That's something that I believe, especially with what's happened in the past with that going on. I think that should automatically carry a state prison sentence, a prison sentence with the big boys. If you SWAT someone, I think it should be a requirement. It should be automatic. You're going to do real prison time for that. Yeah, that's just fucked up. There's absolutely no reason for it whatsoever. It's not something you can do accidentally. So if you decide that you're going to take that action, I'd like to see at least a 6 months to a year minimum sentence in a real prison for that. Let's see. Jamie says, Uncle Curtis, when do we get to do our hentai? I'm always ready. I'm ready. I got cameras. We'll shoot it and then we'll cartoonize it afterwards. We'll let the internet take care of that. Cthulhu says, my roommate is Monokuma. Help me. That could be a problem. Yes. Fact swatting has brought horrible things to the people who get swatted on purpose. Yeah, Pizza Man got one guy on his porch, got him killed. And it's beyond ridiculous. There's absolutely zero reason for it. And to to be that willing to just let the pieces fall where they may, to waste the time of put the police force, as well as put people in real life dangerous situations. I think you should do prison time. And again, I mean the good prisons where, you get to have a special someone in your life that you didn't want. Lex says people have died in swattings. It all depends on where you live. Well, and the circumstances too, Lex. How things escalate out of control depending on situations. And the problem is, I think not so much anymore. For a long time, it was an internet thing, and I don't think that the policing agencies around the country made it well enough known that this was going on because it was isolated incidents. So I think nowadays, because they've heard more of it, especially since the one guy was killed, I think it's a case of where when the cops get a call like that, they would tend to be more careful about the fact that it might be a prank. Whereas back in the day, you would never think that anything like that would be a prank. You would think that at the very least, the caller had real concerns. So I think that helps it out somewhat. Bob Jones says Chris Chan meltdowns at Hanson equals LOL. Lex says in Nux Taku's case wasn't that bad. The police were level-headed. I went to his video so I could tell the story and realized that what was happening the moment they saw a stream set up. And I think that's a lot of why, Lex. I think the police have become more aware of that being a possibility. Back just a couple of years ago, there were very isolated incidents, and again, the cops go out there with no reason to believe that whatever was reported wasn't actually happening. And I think that added to the tension of it a lot. Old Pop Wiggleberry, do we have any military members in our community that you know of? I don't. We've got a lot of ex-military. I don't know if we have any regular military regular members here. I mean, we get people popping in all the time from different parts of the world. A lot of from we've had a lot of military members from South Korea in and all over the world in the Middle East. But as far as regularly here, I don't know of any right now. Chrome says Chris Chan's story is already on major outlets. He's been talked on Opie and Anthony. He's been on news programs since he was 12 for various reasons: crimes, contests, cringe, nude photos. See that's why I'm surprised too, Chrome. That I had never heard of him until you guys brought it up. I hadn't heard of this either. Dragon Spheres. FBI showed up at Mr. Epzion house. They were nice though. Yeah, I think, like I say, I think you're going to see more cops now having a suspicion that that might be the case when they get called to these things. Oh, that's my sentiments exactly, Damien. Swatting isn't a fucking prank. Period. I was alerting the law of false crimes a prank. That's the point. That's why I'm saying if it was a prank, you wouldn't be able to put them in prison for extended periods of time. And I'm all for it. I believe they should be. Oh, Jamie, I didn't know that. I was almost shipped off to the military. They discovered I was asthmatic and had to turn me away. I didn't know that. I when I was younger, I may have told you guys this when I was into boxing. I looked into the Marines only because the Marines, I assume they still do back then, they had an excellent boxing team. They sent a number of guys to the Olympics and stuff like that. And I thought, well, geez, I was in between jobs. I was looking for a job. It's like, well, this might work out on a number of levels. You know, I'll join the Marines and I can join the boxing team. But at that time, I don't know if it's still the case. I went down to talk to a Marine recruiter, and he had his list of questions. And when I told him that when I was a kid, I had my eardrums punctured because back in the days of stone tablets when I grew up, that's how they took care of a lot of ear issues, where now they just put a tube in, it falls out and you're fine. But anyway, they punctured my eardrums and that disqualified me, which surprised me. But the truth is, knowing how good the Marines boxing team was, I wasn't going to make their team anyway. So I was probably just going to join the Marines and shovel mule shit or something because I wasn't going to make the team. Tom says, you always have great shirts. Oh, thanks, Tom. I love my anime shirts. It's one of the only, I'm not one for spending a lot of money on myself. It's one of my very few indulgences. I just love my anime shirts. Ronnie Sanders says you should react to some of Jonathan Young's anime music covers. They're really damn good. I generally don't react to music just because I don't think they make, for me, the way I would go about it, for good reaction videos. Plus, if I'm listening to music, I want to be more intent on listening to it. And I don't think that makes for a good reaction video. You know, just saying what you think at the end. That's why I'm very specific about talking all during, so it's actually a reaction video. And, you know, that way people aren't coming there for the content I'm reacting to. So that's just why I've always stayed away from reaction videos to music. So Jill says, do you think calling in a fake pound threat's a prank? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're asking, Sujil. Why would we think calling in a fake pound threat's a prank? I'm not sure what everybody's trying to get at here. Me Too movement has bled into wrestling. Thoughts? Well, it depends, Bob Jones. When you say movement, it depends. I think that anybody who has a legitimate complaint about any type of abuse should absolutely be heard. So I don't know that you call that a movement. If it's really taking place, something needs to be done about it. When things go off the rails and they start looking to cancel people because somewhere back in their history they posted a tweet that made a joke regarding a sexual assault or something like that, then I think Me Too has gone too far. But I mean, as far as the movement, I'm not sure what you mean. Brother E says Japan is even more strict with copywriting music than anime. Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of the copyright claims I had gotten over the years in anime were for the music that was contained in it, not for the anime itself. Absolutely. That's completely true. Mr. King of Negativity says, I agree. There's not much you can really react to in music videos. The lyrics, maybe. Yeah, there are some things, you could comment on and stuff, but I just don't think they make for generally for good reaction videos. Jimmy Animation says, "Me like turtles." Cameron says, "Have you reacted to the show called Close Enough?" No, I don't. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Chrome says on Opie and Anthony, they talked about the Chris Chan video where he admitted he was recycling and eating his own sperm, and a very creepy serial killer like vid. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, Straga. He says Chris Chan is obviously not a healthy person. Probably the type of person that shouldn't just be walking around in society. I mean, it's a little bit over the top frightening there. So Jill says it was a big story a while ago. Someone made several fake bomb threats just to get everyone in the building evacuated. They work there too, I think. Oh, I see what you're saying. Do I think it? Well, yeah, it should have. I think it not only should be against the law. Again, I think it should be federal or state level charges. We don't just go to the county lockup. I think you should do real prison time for it because there's no reason. Again, this is, you're not talking about a speeding ticket where anybody can. Okay, speed limit's 55. You're not paying attention. You just want to get home. You're up to 70. Okay, you can make a mistake. You can't make a mistake while you're calling in a bomb threat or swatting someone. So that's why I believe crimes like that should carry stiffer penalties, because there is absolutely no reason for that crime to be committed other than that you're just using up a lot of other people's time and endangering a lot of people. So there's just no reason for those types of crimes to exist. And I think they should have severe penalties. Jamie says, my dad wanted me in the military. I wasn't against the idea, but I knew I would be turned down for asthma. My dad refused to believe it was health. He said it was my weight and inspired me for it. That seems kind of harsh, though, Jamie. Why wouldn't he believe it was for asthma? I mean, that's perfectly legitimate. I mean, I couldn't go because I had an eardrum punctured and it was surgically punctured. Huh. Yeah, that doesn't seem very fair. I did, Chrome. She says, by the way, Curtis, did you see the thing about Mayor Jenny walking back her summer of love comments on Chaz, saying she was joking after 3 shootings? Seattle, and they will. If Seattle reelects her, they got to be one of the most fucked up cities in the nation. How you could just let that go. And then all of a sudden, the Chaz Chop people decided, well, we've accomplished what we needed to do. We're going to vacate now. Yeah, you didn't fucking accomplish anything. You made us all laugh for a while, and your garden was hysterical, but you didn't accomplish a goddamn thing. Send them to Guantanamo, Cameron Payne says. Yeah, again, I think that's one of those cases where, because it's typically with bomb threats and swattings, it's usually NEETs or just complete misfits that do stuff like that. You would think that the idea of going to prison with the big boys would be enough to get them to not do it, you would think. No, I haven't seen Samurai Jack, brother E. I haven't. Oh, okay, Jamie's insulted. Sorry, Dad insulted me for it. He never believed the fact I'm asthmatic. Yeah, that's odd. Huh. That doesn't seem very fair. Smokey Loki says if Curtis joined the Marines, they would make a movie about it and call it Fast Times at Fort Schleuschma. Yeah, I was really looking into it, but I would have never get. I guess it makes sense though, because their stance was because I'd had that. It never heals 100% when you have your eardrum punctured. Their stance was I was a liability risk because any super loud sound, which is a very commonplace event when you're in the military, could deafen me, and then of course they'd be paid. They'd have to medically discharge me and pay me for the rest of my life. So that's why I couldn't join. Tom says, random question, but do you play any instruments? No, unfortunately. I personally play guitar. It's one of my favorite pastimes. I've always wanted to, Tom. Well, held me back because I'd taken lessons a couple different times on keyboard and guitar. I have zero dexterity in my fingers. It's terrible how bad that it almost. I had back when I lived in New Mexico. I was younger. I had signed up to try out tests for the police force and the fire department. I blew through all the tests on both of them. I got accepted in the police department. Got accepted in both, but they were at the same time, so I took the police department. But the only one I struggled with was for whatever reason, and the police department test, they had a test where you had a pegboard. And within a certain amount of time, you had to take all the pegs out, flip them over, and put them back in. I still don't know what that test proved, but I damn near failed it because the dexterity in my fingers is so bad. So bad. Trevor says, "Damn it, Chaz! There goes my daily entertainment." Yeah, and that was part of their statement was they felt that they felt that their point had been proven and they'd made an impact. It's like everybody was just laughing at you, losers. There was no impact made other than that you're all stupid. Stormstar says, "I'm a master of the triangle." That I might be able to play. I listened to all of John Williams' stuff. I am easily recognizable as a standout member of the orchestra. For those who don't know, John Williams wrote, wow, a lot of the greatest movie themes ever. Lick says, "You mean Chaz couldn't support itself? How could that be with its Harper police and street medics?" Yeah, didn't you like that when they had the shootings in there, the Chaz medical staff took took care of it? Bunch of freaking morons. I mean, seriously. Felix says, "Is there a reason why your recent anime reaction videos are a compilation of different anime?" Just because if I don't just show short, brief clips, then you won't get to see it when it's blocked. that's the best reason I can give you. Yeah, Ocho, for those of you just coming in, that's what I was saying. Earlier today, my computer froze, Windows froze. So I had to restart it. And when I did, I didn't think anything about checking my camera settings. So all the camera settings reset. So when I started up the stream, I got this washed out look. So when this is open, and I can't do anything about it because I'm streaming directly through YouTube rather than through my third party software. Because if I was using that, then I could make changes on the fly, but can't do it here. So yeah, my dad never believed I'm asthmatic, Jamie says, despite the fact I've had it my whole life. He calls it a cop-out to be lazy. Jesus. Even though I enjoy being active, just difficult to breathe during exercise. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jamie. Again, my wife's got it. And I had friends growing up that had asthma. None to joke about it can fucking kill you. Wow. Why that's bizarre. Wow. Brother E says, "Curtis, any chance we go back to GTA 5 and RE2? Would love if we can actually complete a full game story mode." I've talked about that a bunch of times. I want to get through. I want to continue on with Danganronpa. We took a break because I played that inside. That was fun. I like playing that. But what I'm hoping to do is now, as I get back to the gaming streams, GTA 5, I want to sprinkle in because I missed playing it. But Resident Evil 2, I'm not going to go back to till I'm done with Danganronpa, because that's one that I have to play more consistently or it's not fun because I forget too much. But GTA 5 is just missions. I can just go out there and act the fool anytime I want. So that's the plan. And then when I take another break for a short game, it'll be that. I wrote it down. You guys told me it's going to be that Little Nightmares. Chrome says, "Amazing me that Chaz is still ongoing, not finished 3 weeks in and it's still there somehow. Went through all the common stages of communist societies and cults. Kind of fun. They'll never learn." Yeah, supposedly, Chrome, they posted in there that they were dissolving it. But of course, a lot of the people there don't have any lives at all anyway, which is why they were there to begin with. So they're like, "No, we're not leaving." So eventually they'll have to come in and sweep up the rest of the trash. But officially they've dissolved it. Is Johnny still active? Johnny's in here today, or he was. Because World's Most Direct Man says Johnny Bravocato is active duty Army, I believe. I couldn't. I know Johnny had made reference to, and that's my memory failing me, to his military service, but I couldn't remember if it was current or if he was already out. Johnny, if you're still in here, let us know if you're still currently in, because somebody had just asked how, if we had any current military members. Lick says, "Did you see that video of the 6th Street medics holding a guy down while he screams and wrapping his leg with cardboard because he had a slightly large cut?" I forgot about it, to be honest with you, Lick, because somebody had mentioned it on social media, and I was going to go look it up, and I forgot all about it. You just said it again. I'll have to look that up because I had planned on doing that, and I'd completely forgotten about it till you just said that. Chrome says, "We may see a lot more GTA 5 streams on YouTube later in general as well. They're porting the PS4 port of GTA 5 to PS5, an Xbox Series, whatever the fuck they're calling it now. Well, that's yeah. I love GTA 5, and again, that one I can get away with as we're playing Danganronpa. I can throw in a GTA 5 episode every so often because continuity is not a big deal there. But Resident Evil 2, I won't go back to that till I can stay at that because again, it's otherwise it's just too hard for me to remember where I was each time. Big Green says, yeah, tons of people are going to play GTA 5 again due to the upcoming PS5 port. Yeah, I love it. I think the game's I loved all the GTA games. I think they're an absolute blast. Jeez, I remember had to be the original. Going back years and years, I can remember playing it where it was just an above view, and the car was like this little 8-bit thing, and your character could get out and go grab another car and stuff. It's been ages that's been out. Let's see. Johnny says, "Oh, I am active duty." Oh, there you go. So whoever's acting early, Johnny is still active duty. I couldn't remember if he was still active duty or not. And Johnny's here with us all the time. So yes, we do have regulars that are current military. Sajil says, I was on a plane once and someone lied about their 90-year-old dad dying just so they could sit together. He can die anytime. Well, anyone can. Yeah, true, Sajil. That's what you guys on the plane should have told them. Listen, if this plane goes down, we're all dying. Big deal. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Edgar says, I'm trying to send in a gift to you, but Amazon can't ship to your P.O. box. Don't know why they're pair of awesome headphones. I'm trying to find a workaround. Oh, yeah, that's right. Amazon, I have Prime, and it's weird here because our mailing address here where I am in my stupid little burg, I don't have an option for home delivery. I have to pick up my mail at the post office. They don't cover this part of our little village here, so it creates issues for me all the time. Edgar, I'm trying to think of the best way to get to me. Well, Edgar, you're with us over the Goose, right? Send me a private message over there. I'll send you a street address. Straga says, "Yep, man jailed for calling another man a leprechaun." Fuck Scotland, what happened to you? No, really, Straga? For calling someone a leprechaun? Jailing somebody for calling somebody anything is bad enough, but a leprechaun? Oh my god. John says, "Holy shit, I want that shirt." Yeah, this shirt is one of the few I didn't get from T Public. I found this one. I think is one of the ones I got in Box Lunch. If any of you guys see have a Box Lunch store, they're usually in malls. At least they are around here. In your mall, check it out. They have a lot of great anime stuff, especially big on Naruto. That's also where you guys have seen before. My favorite sweatshirt is an Akatsuki sweatshirt. I got that there. Oh, and for Father's Day, I wish I had it up here. I'd show you guys. For Father's Day, Spaz Kid, my wife got me an Akatsuki mask, for going out, the regular mask everybody's wearing. I got an Akatsuki one of those, and they bought me a Jotaro tank top as well. Yeah. Jamie says, REM said it best. It's the end of the world as we know it. Indeed, they did. He should give up his Lucky Charms to the leprechaun for compensation, Chrome says. Oh, excuse me. Money Morris says, Wario or Waluigi? This says a ton about your personality. For me, Wario. I played him more in the games than I ever did Waluigi. I was kind of like Wario. Sajil says, imagine doing that just to steal someone else's spot. Yeah, really, Sajil. If they jail people for calling someone a leprechaun, they should jail people for being racist. Well, that's the thing, Andrew. It's a slippery slope whenever you start jailing somebody for any type of speech outside of, as we've always said, endangering someone where you shout fire in a crowded movie theater or something. But somebody shouting an insult at somebody else might prove that they're douchebags, might prove that they're ignorant. But when you start saying, okay, well, certain things we're going to jail you for, that is a slippery slope. Because then it's like, well, who gets to be the arbiter now of what is hate speech and what we're going to imprison you for. But I'm a big First Amendment supporter. It's like, hey, sometimes people say disgusting things. It's not even necessarily bad, because at least that way you know who the disgusting people are. But jail sentences for it, making it a crime, nah. Zeno Game says, join way too late. Hi, well, hi, Zeno. Glad you could be in, pal. Excuse me. This is Kyle Says. So how long until you can react to a new series? Like, say, Batman the Animated Series. I'm not sure what you're asking, Kyle. Here or at the Goosh. The Goosh, the next one we'll vote on will be the one after Bleach. And then, of course, the $1 level, I place those, and I haven't decided for sure what's coming up next after MHA. I assume you're talking over there, because there's no reason to even try. I've given up on trying reacting to series here at YouTube. It ain't gonna happen. John says, my friend, since he thinks being called a ginger should be a hate crime, he says it may not be as bad as the N-word, but if you rearrange the letters of ginger, it spells out the N-word. Oh, man. I never even noticed that. You're right. But now, this one I can speak on personally, John, because I am a ginger. And yeah, my feelings are not that hurt by being called it. No, I don't think anybody should go to jail for it. If somebody wants to call me a ginger, have a good time. What again? You want me to get upset? It's true. It's like me getting pissed off because you call me bald or something. Why get mad about something that's a fact? Hey, old man Lewis. Yo, run the Goosh. Yeah, like I said, you guys will be able to vote on that as soon as we get towards the end of Bleach. Then we'll have another voting. I can't believe how fast we got this far into One Piece. We were talking about that there. Chrome was talking about with me, a couple of the others. It's amazing how fast we moved along. I can't believe we're almost 500. Hey, Gingy, where's the boy? Devin says, I think it's downstairs. He was playing with my grandkids. They were playing some card games and stuff, last I knew. Tomsy Knight says, Curtis, you are bald. That's it. Stream's over. Now my feelings are hurt. Nathan, there's a pretty cool anime I think you should check out. It's called 91 Days. I don't think I've heard of that one. Have I, guys? I don't think anybody's mentioned that one before. It will never cease to amaze me just the pure amount of anime that exists out there. I never would have imagined that before I started getting into anime. I never would have guessed that. Jamie says, Uncle Curtis, I'm an Irish lass that loves leprechauns. Lucky Charms are tasty. May I have some of yours? Yes, please. About time somebody wants to share my Lucky Charms. Hi. Johnny says, I got shit from some dude wearing my Culture Clone shirt. He said, since I'm straight, I don't have the right to wear it. Obviously, he doesn't know shit about George because he'd never say that. Culture, I'm not familiar with that, though. What's Culture Clone? Oh, Culture Club. Duh, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that, Johnny. Culture Club. I was never that. They had a couple songs. I shouldn't say I wasn't into Culture Club. They had a couple decent songs. Believe it or not, and now it's going to be in my head, that goddamn I'll Tumble For You. That song to me was always so silly, but yeah, it stays with you. Now it'll be in my head all day now. But yeah, since you don't have the right to it. Well, see, I can identify because my musical hero is Freddie Mercury. And anybody that tells me I can't wear a Freddie Mercury shirt or something because I'm straight and can go fuck themselves, because Freddie Mercury is my boy. Yeah, some people, but you're talking, Johnny, you're talking about one of those people, and there's way too many of them around anymore, that are just alive so they can look for the next reason to be offended, and fuck them. Zeno says, it's like saying you're Master Roshi. You are. Boy, it's frightening how close, except I'm fatter, and when I get pissed off, I don't get nearly as jacked up. Got the rest of the look down, and certainly got the attitude down, especially when it comes to titties and all. But yeah, I wish I could have those other things too. Yeah, I figured out after a while, Johnny. It takes me a little while. Just a big fan of Boy George. Yeah, like I say, I can identify because Freddie Mercury is my musical hero. Oh, thanks, old man Lewis. I love those little things. Again, I'm simple. I just like those little stickers. John says, I basically have an anime store next to my house. Nice. Since my anime addicted friend sells his anime stuff. Oh, okay. For the right price. Thank God we're the same size. I want to go to Japan so much and hit some of those anime stores over there. Damn. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Nathan, about Nux getting swatted. Yeah, that's fucked up. We were just talking about that a little while ago. Yeah, that's completely messed up. Chrome says like October to November is when Bleach ends at the Goose. I hadn't figured it out yet. And if you're waiting for us to catch up on One Piece for a vote, you're gonna have to wait like a year and a half at most, so not long. Yeah, and actually, unfortunately, Chrome, October to November isn't that far off anymore. It's amazing how fast this year's going. We're gonna be into July in a few days. Holy shit! God damn. I know, Andrew. Don't forget that Master Roshi can do the Kamehameha. Trust me, I still practice all the time. Someday it's gonna come to me. I'm gonna get it. Typically now I just try and do it and I give it the big push and poop, but eventually I'll get there. So Jill says, do you think if Kishi had brought Jiraiya back, he would have become a joke character like Guy Sensei post Madara? Good decision to keep him dead, in my opinion. Well, somebody told me, Sajil, that they were actually they are bringing him back now in Boruto. I don't know if it's true, but I thought somebody had told me that. I am not a fan of that. No, I think Jiraiya should absolutely stay gone, especially the way he went out. I think he went out so honorable and so victorious that I would not be a fan of him coming back. Let's see. So my only issue with the whole racism situation lately, Stormstar says, is that OTT political correctness warriors are using it as catalyst to push all their agendas. They've well, and that happens all the time. It's just like, you know, it's just like you talk about Green New Deals, and then when they go to push their Green New Deal, there's all kinds of unrelated socialist programs attached to it and everything. But that happens all the time in anything political. Zeno says Santa Claus is going to isolate this year. He's probably going to have to. Zeno, it's going to be a sad December 25th. John says, hi ho, Uncle Curtis. Off to the goose we go. Question: what do you know about Baki anime on Netflix? Baki the Grappler. All I know is the little clips I had seen back in the old reaction video streams we could do, and it's certainly an anime that captures my attention, just like Hajime no Ippo, because of the wrestling or in Hajime no Ippo, the boxing influence. Yeah, both of those are right in my wheelhouse of interest in the real world. So obviously, there's something that at some point I'd like to see. I'm even really enjoying that. Marvel Night is sponsored over at the Goose. He's sponsoring episodes of Haikyuu, the volleyball anime, and that's been really good. Really good. I'm enjoying that one a lot. Andrew says 2020 might be a level 1 villain. 2021 might be a level 5 villain. Oh, don't even suggest that. we can't handle it, Andrew. The boxing anime is Hajime no Ippo, Lou. Baki is the wrestling one. Oh, is it? Oh, Baki's boxing? I thought Baki was a grappler. So I'm obviously mixing it up in my head. Now I'm confused. I thought for sure Baki was a grappler. Willie says the Nigerians in my basement are screaming, what should I do? Tell them to shut up. Yeah, that volleyball anime has been good so far, Big Green. I like it. I really like the way they presented it. I like the characters. Oh, Chrome says, well, Jiraiya is back in Boruto officially. He's been cloned and is now the villain Kashin Koji. He's fighting an alien cyborg at the moment. I just never hear pretty much anything about Boruto that makes me interested in watching Boruto. And bringing Pervy Sage back would be a perfect case of that. Baki is a grappler, my favorite show. Okay, Lex, I was right. Okay, I thought so. I didn't think I was remembering that one wrong. Yeah, Hajime no Ippo is the boxing anime. I want to see both of those eventually. Loki says I'm half white and half Middle Eastern. So does that mean I'm simultaneously privileged and oppressed? Just trying to follow the extremist logic. You're both privileged and oppressing yourself, Smokey Loki. You may have to rise up against yourself at some point. Oink says Boruto when? Maybe 3-4 years after I die. I don't know. Andrew says Halloween won't take place this year. You can't trick or treat or have a party in social distance, but you can have masks. So that's always a plus. Yeah, just cancel yourself, Big Green says. Chrome says, no, I wish I was kidding, but Jiraiya's clone now and Naruto could die possibly of a virus. It's pathetic. Yeah, I just again, the more I hear about Boruto, the less interested in it I get. Loki says, I'm gonna sue myself for reparations. Jamie says 2020 is my catalyst year. I feel like an outcast. 2020 has been like a heroic mentor to me. Excuse me. Oh, Alex says instead of masks, I just use my girlfriend's old underwear. I could support that. No one says Boruto is a monstrosity. It sounds like, again, the more I hear about it, the absolute less interested I am. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to pack it up. Unfortunately, as always, Free for All Fridays are fantastic. As soon as I get done here, I got some things to do around the house, and this evening I'm gonna try and start working on the next Curtis and anime video. Again, I've got it scripted now. The biggest pain in the ass is just the logistics of getting my green screening done. So I'm going to start working on that because I really enjoy doing those. You guys seem to enjoy them. As I said, the channel is going to be morphing a little. We're going to be doing a lot more vlog videos and the community type stuff. But these streams, obviously community type stuff will always stay. The gaming streams are going to stay. We're just going to be doing more of anything. The videos will be anything I can do related to anime and vlog stuff. And a lot of times the vlogs will incorporate anime, as you guys have already seen. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in the stream. And it's Free for All Friday. You guys all know what that means in relation to sticky stuff. Yes, it's the highest quality sticky stuff produced, period. Above and beyond any other sticky stuff anywhere. Nathan says, Boruto is ass. Don't watch it. Yeah, Nathan, I get less and less interested in it all the time. I can't imagine there comes a point where I'll watch it. Anything could happen, but Zeno says, well, that was quick. Well, bye, goose. But hold on, Zeno, because again, nobody wants to miss the Free for All Friday sticky stuff. It's the high quality. I have to really concentrate when I make this because it goes through several layers of customer care. It's inspected. It's high quality. It's the good stuff. Get ready for it. Pumpu, sticky stuff, Free for All Friday sticky stuff, FFAF sticky stuff for everybody. Everybody bathe in it, love it, enjoy it, because we'll bang, okay? Flashly like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, and particularly on Free for All Fridays, goose. Goose.